Abraham Lincoln, February 12, 1809 to April 15, 1865, was the 16th President of the United States, serving from March 1861 until his assassination in April 1865. Lincoln led the United States through its Civil War, its bloodiest war and its greatest moral, constitutional, and political crisis. In doing so, he preserved the Union, abolished slavery, strengthened the federal government, and modernized the economy. Early life and education. His father was a carpenter and farmer, and his mother was a strong-willed woman who had a major influence on his life. At an early age, Lincoln was taught to read by his mother and a local schoolteacher, and he was determined to learn as much as he could. He later moved to Indiana, where he continued his education and developed a lifelong interest in books and reading. Political career. In 1832, Lincoln ran for his first political office, the Illinois state legislature. He was unsuccessful, but he gained some recognition and valuable experience from the campaign. He was elected to the legislature in 1834 and served 4 consecutive terms. He was also a Whig member of the U.S. House of Representatives from 1847 to 1849. In 1854, he opposed the expansion of slavery into the territories, and this became the major issue of his career. In 1860, he was elected President of the United States. Presidency. Lincoln served as the 16th President of the United States from 1861 to 1865. He was faced with the difficult task of preserving the Union while dealing with the southern states that had seceded from the Union. He implemented several measures to accomplish this, including the Emancipation Proclamation and the Homestead Act. Lincoln also worked to improve the economy and strengthen the national banking system. Civil War. Lincoln was determined to preserve the Union at all costs, and he led the country through the American Civil War. He was the first president to use military force to suppress a rebellion, and he had to make difficult decisions that were unpopular with some people. He was also responsible for the Union victory, and he delivered the Gettysburg Address, one of the most famous speeches in American history. Reconstruction. After the Civil War, Lincoln worked to reunite the country and provide freedom and justice to African Americans. He was in favor of a moderate approach to Reconstruction and opposed harsh measures that were aimed at punishing the South. He also worked to establish the Freedmen's Bureau, which provided aid to newly freed African Americans. Emancipation Proclamation. In 1863, Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared the freedom of all slaves in the rebel states. This was a major step towards ending slavery in the United States, and it was seen as a major accomplishment of Lincoln's presidency. Assassination. Lincoln was assassinated on April 14, 1865, by John Wilkes Booth. His death was a major shock to the nation and he was mourned by millions of Americans. Legacy. Lincoln is remembered as one of the greatest presidents in American history. He was a strong leader who was determined to preserve the Union and end slavery. He is also remembered for his eloquent speeches and his devotion to the cause of freedom and justice. Personality and character traits. Lincoln was a man of great integrity and character. He was honest, humble, and had a strong sense of justice. He was also known for his dry humor and was often seen as a man of the people. Quotes. "Whatever you are, be a good one. The best way to predict the future is to create it. America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves." Religion. Lincoln was a devout Christian and was a member of the Presbyterian Church. He was also known for his deep faith in God and his belief that divine intervention often helped him in times of crisis. Awards and honors. Lincoln received numerous awards and honors during his lifetime, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Gold Medal. Death and funeral. Lincoln died on April 15, 1865, from a gunshot wound inflicted by John Wilkes Booth. His funeral was held on April 19, 1865, in Springfield, Illinois, and he was buried in Oak Ridge Cemetery. Interesting facts. Lincoln was the tallest among all U.S. presidents. Lincoln is the only U.S. president to hold a patent. Robert Lincoln was the only son of President Lincoln who lived to adulthood. The last undisputed descendant of Abraham Lincoln died in 1985. Lincoln's dog Fido was also assassinated. Lincoln had dreamt about his assassination before it happened. Lincoln's heterosexuality has been disputed on numerous occasions. Lincoln established Thanksgiving as a national holiday. Lincoln became president without the majority of the popular vote. Lincoln was the first U.S. president with a beard. Dear viewers, we have tried our best to provide you an informative video. Please comment that how did you find this video, because your opinion and comments are very important to us. If you like the video, please like and subscribe our channel so that you may be updated for our every informative video. Take care of your good self.